I am your host, Chili Repair, and we're going to be starting the stream off a little bit early today, just in time for warm-ups, actually. So rather than waiting for warm-ups to complete, we're actually going to stick here with the players all the way through. There's a total of 3 streams left maximum after this one. And we have yet to fix the spinner error as well. DenierNezzar finding the first big break on our warm-up here. However, an accuracy lead over YokesPai is putting him at a score advantage here. I do know it is only the warm-up, but this is definitely a little telltale towards what could be coming in the match, depending on what maps we see them pick out here. YokesPai failing for a little bit there, and DenierNezzar maintaining that lead here. It is slightly early in the morning, so if I start saying things that don't quite make sense, that's my excuse for today. DenierNezzar holding combo fairly confidently through a lot of these more difficult aim sections. Choppa style is certainly not an easy map to play with double time. Some of these snappy aim patterns, you need to be able to have that double time alternating down, as well as the accuracy. All things set aside from the precision. You also do need the stamina for a lot of these sections here. Very consistent in these cut stream sections here. Really punishing these players at the ending. DenierNezzar will have the score lead in the end, but neither player with fantastic accuracy. If you know this map, it is certainly not on the easy side of things. I am going to move that over really quickly. And that will conclude the warm-ups. Time for rolls now, everybody. Looks like YokesPai rolling a 57. DenierNezzar just barely below with a 50. But in the end, that point advantage there, that 7 points, is going to give YokesPai the choice. And looks like he's actually going to ban first instead of picking first, which is something we have definitely seen players opt into. However, a little bit more rare on that end. Looks like he's going to ban out Nomad 5. He is going to get rid of the speed and finger control Nomad. DenierNezzar going to get rid of Hidden for the slider tech. Next ban is YokesPai Nomad 2, obviously getting rid of that stream map against DenierNezzar. And then Denier is going to ban out Nomad 4, which is Lapix Synergy. Sad face, we will not be seeing one of my favorite maps from this pool as the first pick. However, we will be seeing another one of my favorite maps from this pool. It'll be Sakura Mirage as Hard Rock 1. This is most certainly our streamy Hard Rock. And some difficult aim patterns thrown in with the streams on this map. Although they are the main point of difficulty in this map, being about 3 minutes long of CS 5.2 AR10, it's a standard Hard Rock map when it comes to how it is styled, but even so, along with the streams, there are some jumps that could catch these players off guard. They do go back and forth just a bit. it definitely will provide an extra little bit of difficulty that they're looking for here. Accuracy can also be lacking sometimes at the start here with all these sliders on Score V2, but no doubt both of these players will be certainly fine with it later on. Accuracy can always take a toll early, but unless both players come down to full comboing, which shouldn't happen in a grand finals or in a finals match, or at least in one of these later stages. In my mind, if players are full comboing that often, then either they're performing quite well or that pool is a little bit easy. Now, full comboing something is fine, but YokesPai actually finding a massive break on the streams. I wasn't going to make a note of DenierNezzar's early miss on the jump section because we do see players break there all the time, and it was so early that it was almost negligible when it came to the scope of this match, unless YokesPai full comboed. And it looks like DenierNezzar going to be continuing his combo after that initial break. YokesPai going to be struggling just a little bit more on this hard rock pick here. But this is DenierNezzar's first pick of the match here, so we could absolutely expect him to be more confident. YokesPai starting to build up a little bit of a combo now, but struggling on these streams still. His stamina certainly getting the best of him, finding quite a few misses on the stamina parts here. He's having no trouble aiming the streams as he's hitting them on, and he's hitting the space parts as well, but his stamina is proving to be detrimental to his accuracy and combo, finding quite a few misses and accuracy drops with hundreds here. And DenierNezzar very strong on this, back up to 98% accuracy now with over a 1,000 combo. It's going to put him well in the lead, and actually I believe past the point of YokesPai making a comeback now. DenierNezzar showing zero signs of slowing down as we have a little bit of a slow section before the build-up for the final big ki here. DenierNezzar with almost a 400,000 lead on the score here is most certainly going to bring this pick home. YokesPai simply doesn't have enough map left to be able to bring this to his side unless DenierNezzar somehow misses almost half of this ending section or more, which is absolutely not going to happen with his performance right now. We have seen players full combo this map before with Hard Rock, even on the leaderboards. And DenierNezzar finally going to find one more miss at the ending, but not before putting up an over 720,000 score on Hard Rock 1, his first pick of this match here. There we go, into the final sliders. YokesPai with just below 90% accuracy. And DenierNezzar pulling off that 1,394 combo, 758,000 score, with about a third of the misses of YokesPai. So fantastic from him. Clearly a very strong and smart pick to start the match off. Looks like YokesPai is going to go immediately for Hidden 2, our AR8 hidden pick, Higurashi Moratorium. Falling in an AR8 and CS4. Nothing too special about this map aside from the fact that it is AR8. There are some difficult patterns when it comes to overlaps and other awkward aim patterns that could throw players off, but other than that, this is your standard AR8 pick, I believe. YokesPai is certainly known to be more confident on maps of this style, but DenierNezzar is also no stranger to our AR8 hiddens, playing in tournaments quite frequently, including the OS World Cup. Both players participating in the OS World Cup, however, that just makes this match all the more exciting when it comes to the performance that we see on these maps here. We are starting to hit the level of difficulty with this pool where we are surpassing what they would have experienced in that tournament. But star levels that these players are no stranger to outside of tournaments and solo play as well with some of their other map performances here. Just waiting for the good luck have funs as my telltale sign here that it is time to go. YokesPai says ASD and DSA from Ice Right. DenierNezzar possibly just not here. And he is back. So now that Denier is back, I believe we're going to be able to get into this next map here. I apologize if I let out a yawn every once in a while, being just past 8 a.m. here. Both players with an accuracy drop at the beginning. DenierNezzar just slightly higher than YokesPai's, but like what happened in the last map with DenierNezzar's early miss, we're not going to focus on it too much, especially in the scope of a map that is like this one, where basically anything can happen. And there's DenierNezzar with our first break on Hidden 2 here. This is only 2 minutes and 39 seconds, so there's not a ton of opportunity to break for players on this map here. This is quite possibly one of YokesPai's safest picks in this match, just based on the style of it with the AR-8. I think he is almost guaranteed to pull off a full combo on this, given he doesn't find any unfortunate breaks here. But he is definitely playing this map right now to the level which we expect him to, pulling off this 99.7% accuracy, rather. DenierNezzar struggling on this just a little bit more. God of AR-8. YokesPai is, for those of you that do not know YokesPai, is one of the best players in the world when it comes to low AR and reading maps, especially low AR over reading. His aim certainly allows him to hit these maps with ease, it makes it look like. And he is certainly just rolling through this pick right now, hitting the streams. No problem with the overlaps or the awkward wide-angle pentagon aim patterns as well. Hitting the back and forth opposite sliders, coming into the closing streams as he hits these next patterns here. There's one difficult jump section right here. And YokesPai with a 99.19% accuracy continues to combo even through the slider section, just barely falling below 99%. DenierNezzar finding one more miss, and YokesPai hitting these hexagons again. Even the overlapping doubles. Continuing to combo the circles into the last couple wide angle patterns here, into these final streams and sliders. And YokesPai, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be giving us quite a show with his first pick of the match on a full combo. On the Hidden 2 AR8 map, excuse me, but that is not something you see a lot. That was quite impressive on a first pick in a finals match. It just goes to show his composure on this type of map. And he certainly performed to his strong suits today. So DenierNezzar certainly not putting up an awful score as well, with very decent accuracy at 96.9, that 300 plus K, but you really have a hard time competing against YokesPai on a pick such as that. Next pick in this match, ladies and gentlemen, is in fact Scatman's World. We are going to be seeing the Forbidden map. So this is a rather consistent 10.3 pick here, which is certainly going to put DenierNezzar at an advantage. YokesPai was struggling a little bit on the streams of the Hard Rock 1 pick, so he could possibly struggle at some of the faster consistency portions of this map here. The 10.3 shouldn't prove as much of a problem for YokesPai. He is certainly not the strongest double time player when it comes to players of his caliber and alike, but he is no stranger to maps like this by playing tournaments. But so he can certainly pull off a decent combo, but against a player like DenierNezzar, you do have to wonder if he's going to be able to perform at that high of a level. And YokesPai finding the first break of this match here, while DenierNezzar very clearly looking more confident on this. His cursor noticeably steadier than YokesPai's, equally snappy, but hitting the circle definitely stays a little bit more composed. YokesPai, now granted that is part in their differing aim styles, but certainly YokesPai reacting to the appearance of the circles just a little bit later than Denier is. So that's proving to be a little bit difficult for him when he's hitting these bigger jump sections here. DenierNezzar just powering through this map thus far. No major mess-ups from him here, and I would expect that based on this performance right now, we're only going to be seeing quite possibly an unfortunate break from DenierNezzar. This map does not have a lot of full combos when it comes to double time. I believe there is only 3. When it comes to double time full combos. So this map is certainly not one that is full comboed quite often, but DenierNezzar powering through this stream section here with relative ease on terms of the accuracy. I would just like to make note that the highest accuracy full combo at double time on this map is 99.37 with Herak, followed very closely by Rofus at 99.66%, however, not a full combo. So if DenierNezzar, and as I say that, unfortunately finds a little bit of a slider break there, his accuracy dropping just slightly, but I was going to mention DenierNezzar well on his way to be one of the highest accuracy FCs on this map in Score V2, but I guess he'll just have to settle for the accuracy now and not accuracy and score. YokesPai having a little bit more trouble comboing this map, and this is kind of similar to what we saw on the Hard Rock 1, where YokesPai certainly doesn't put up an awful performance on the map. However, DenierNezzar is certainly stronger on his type of map like this, and he knows exactly what he is doing. to outpick this right now. DenierNezzar coming into the final sections of this map here. All eyes are on him with this score. Finally drops a little bit more accuracy here at the end. YokesPai building up a little bit of a combo to combat whatever Denier is doing right now. However, Denier's early combo hitting the entire beginning half of the map, where YokesPai found 2 or 3 breaks, is certainly pushing him in that lead right now, even though he is basically negating everything that YokesPai is building up on him right now, especially with that accuracy lead. And this is most certainly going to go over to the side of DenierNezzar on his pick once again with a very similar score to what he got on Hard Rock 1, just above 7,500 on the score with an S rank, mind you, so only those slider breaks for DenierNezzar, whereas YokesPai finding a couple misses throughout the beginning of the map. Started to combo a little bit more towards the end, but definitely had trouble at that beginning section, which gave DenierNezzar that opportunity to find the combo and bring it forward. So that is the second pick for DenierNezzar. And second point, YokesPai is going to go for Nomad 7 Helix. The Hollow Wings aim control map, I would say, at CS5 AR3. This map is definitely more aim-oriented than anything else that we've seen in the pool, mainly besides our Nomad 1. Even some of the Hard Rock maps definitely don't have this level of aim. DenierNezzar did ban out a couple of YokesPai's stronger picks, I believe, against him in this match here. I think Synergy is, in fact, gone. And I believe all the bans came from above Hidden. So it was Hidden 4, Nomad 2, Nomad 4, and Nomad 5. YokesPai very smart to get rid of the Speed Nomad and the Stream Nomad. Denier, definitely good for him to get rid of the Tech Nomad and the Sliders Hidden. But this map, not quite as difficult for either of these players here, being not AR8, but one of the lower ARs in terms of overall for this pool here. DenierNezzar are going to be finding the first break after those wide angles, or the almost linear wide angles, rather. The angle's so large that you could basically call it linear. YokesPai hitting all the initial sliders here, finally slider breaking on that last one right there. And the accuracy in his favor right now as well. So we're almost halfway through the map now. YokesPai with holding combo just a little bit more than DenierNezzar. Both players hitting these reading overlap sections here. YokesPai finally finds a miss. That's going to give Denier some opportunity to bring this back here. Denier is no stranger to aim maps, and I believe his initial breaks were, you know, just as possible as YokesPai's, but YokesPai needs him to break if he wants to maintain this score lead right here, because Denier has enough time to bring this back on him. There is enough map, but YokesPai needs Denier to break. He has that combo advantage. Accuracy lead in favor of YokesPai is keeping him in the lead here, and as we hit the 1/3 section, not too much opportunity for break here. Both players holding strong. This one could come down to the wire here. YokesPai barely keeping about a 10,000 to 20,000 score lead here, and it's shrinking faster. DenierNezzar with about an 80 combo lead. He's going to be able to grab this, and as I say that, DenierNezzar with a break on the circle sliders. YokesPai breaking immediately after, but it's enough. DenierNezzar breaking immediately after YokesPai as well is going to be just enough to give this back to YokesPai at the ending with a very impressive 99% accuracy on this map here. And YokesPai is going to grab his second pick here. Only 2 100s, 3 50s, and 2 misses. DenierNezzar, very good accuracy as well. Unfortunately, all those misses taking a little bit more of a toll on him. And with a map that's as short as Nomad 7 here at 2 minutes and 11 seconds, it is definitely not fantastic for both of these players with all those breaks. with missing on those jumps, certainly letting up a couple of spots where they didn't want to. Next pick is going to go back to DenierNezzar. We're still trading back and forth here, looking for that first break point to go to either of these players here. DenierNezzar did have first pick, so he does have that advantage when it comes to getting to match point here. If this match does go all the way towards tiebreaker, DenierNezzar is going to hit match point first. YokesPai certainly wants to prevent that from happening, as in my opinion, the tiebreaker is suited towards Denier in terms of the consistency, streams, and jumps, but YokesPai certainly no knock to him, will definitely be able to put up a very impressive combo on Alguides if the time does arise. It looks like the CS 6.5 Hard Rock is going to be the next pick for DenierNezzar. Evanescent. Denier started off the match on Hard Rock 1, continued it on DT 1, and is now moving all the way back to Hard Rock for Hard Rock 2. YokesPai started off on that AR8, Hidden moved to Nomad. He does have the opportunity to go back to Hidden after this if he wants to, having just done a Nomad, but he does have the rest of the pool open to him if he wants it. Both players struggling a little bit with the accuracy at the beginning of this map here, mapped by KTGster, so some patterns that you all will recognize. Ooh, YokesPai with a little bit of an awkward slider break there, something that he certainly probably wasn't expecting, but DenierNezzar is going to find a break after him. And with a decent accuracy lead on YokesPai, he's going to maintain this score lead. This map does have some burst streams in it throughout the entire thing. That's generally the purpose of this, aside from being the CS 6.5. And the aim patterns not proving to be as difficult for these players here. YokesPai certainly dropping a little bit more accuracy here. A little bit of a buzz slider section here. Is anyone going to find a break on either of them? Neither of these players broke on the buzz sliders on the Hidden 2 map, but YokesPai holding with that lead here on accuracy, just barely, but he does have the combo as well, with DenierNezzar breaking right after him at the beginning. Ooh, and DenierNezzar misses the first set of overlap streams. YokesPai breaks on the slider after, but DenierNezzar finding a second break is going to keep YokesPai in the score lead even longer. Ladies and gentlemen, we could see our first break point on this. YokesPai falling below Denier on accuracy, which is going to make up for the combo lead that YokesPai barely has on Denier right now. But with a quarter of the map left, if YokesPai holds combo for a little bit longer, he's going to be able to hold Denier off, but he has to hold. The accuracy is what's keeping Denier in this right now. And as you can see, Denier finding the break is going to let it up to YokesPai right at the ending. There's no opportunity for Denier to grab this back. And DenierNezzar had it in the palm of his hand with the accuracy, was bringing it back on YokesPai at the ending. But a break lets it up, as YokesPai proving to be fully consistent on these streams here with only 2 misses. And YokesPai is going to grab the first break point of this match, effectively negating the first pick lead that DenierNezzar had in this match here. So with YokesPai's pick to come here, that's going to be YokesPai advantage for the rest of the match. Now, he's definitely going to go for Hidden 1, and I don't know if that was a delay or not, but as I say that, YokesPai actually popping up with Hidden 1, the more dense aim Hidden with Happy Time wa Ora Nai. The song is loaded in, but is silent. If this doesn't work by the time, if it doesn't decide to load when they get in, we are going to just pop the screen off really quickly, and then yeah, so the song is actually gone. So we're gonna black out the screen here really quickly, And I am going to go ahead and just reload the map for you all here. Hopefully that will prove to be a... So we're going to drag that back in, and we are going to reopen up the client for you all, and let's see if that goes and fixes it for us. I apologize to everyone that is either tuning in that has not been here or is just stopping around here, that they have to see whatever this is right now. We are going to really quickly get everything back up for you all. I'm just going to the last couple of adjustments for you all here. And with that, we are back. Let me put the points back up here, and we're all set to go. DenierNezzar with the lead here, but finding a break there is going to give the combo lead to YokesPai as we return to this match. So DenierNezzar now behind in combo and in accuracy. Finding one more break is going to give YokesPai an even bigger lead, and that was an unfortunate placement of that break, being halfway through the map with YokesPai with a combo lead and on a little bit of a slower section there, hitting the overlaps. YokesPai looking to continue his run here after picking up that break point. He's not going to let anything up towards Denier here. And past the halfway point, we're going to come into the next big jump section after the sliders. Neither player breaking on the sliders. YokesPai continuing to build that combo lead over Denier with some earlier breaks. He has a little bit of an accuracy lead as well, and he's going to use that to his advantage, being almost 55,000, 60,000 points up on Denier right now. And as we hit that 1/4 waypoint in the match, and Denier finds another break. Ladies and gentlemen, YokesPai going to be continuing strong on his pick here. With a little bit of bancho lag, we're going to give it a couple of seconds, and if it doesn't load, then we're going to go ahead and just fix it ourselves, because the tournament client doesn't always fix itself. And YokesPai, even though we found that little bit of a pause there, still holding that combo, pushing DenierNezzar farther and farther into the back. After his initial breaks, no trouble from YokesPai here on this map. And he is going to come with a very strong finish into his third pick of this match here. DenierNezzar unfortunately letting up his last pick before this by just a very small margin. And YokesPai finally missing at the ending there, but YokesPai grabbing that break point before this, definitely doing a little bit more damage for Denier here, putting YokesPai now 2 points up. It does go back to Denier's pick now, so he is going to be able to go for something strong, such as double time again, if he wants to grab another point here against YokesPai. He does still have DT 2, 3, and 4 available to him in this match. So that's a lot of real estate in the double time category. He only has 2 of the hard rocks left, and one of them is just a little bit of awkward aim patterns. And the map is, the tech map and the flow aim map are certainly a little bit shorter. So YokesPai shouldn't have too much trouble with some of the hard rocks, but it looks like DenierNezzar is going to go for Hidden 3, the stream-oriented hidden map. This is Unpleasant Sonata at 224 BPM burst streams, 2 minutes and 4 seconds. There's also AR 9.7 with CS4, so there's honestly nothing too special about this map, especially for players that are strong at streaming. The maps such as this are going to be absolutely no trouble if either of these players are feeling confident in their streaming ability today. Denier with an unfortunate early miss means absolutely nothing, as it was basically on the second node of the map. YokesPai, however, holding that accuracy lead on Denier. He's definitely going to struggle with these streams more than Denier, though, so that early accuracy lead at the beginning isn't going to mean too much as Denier takes the score lead on terms of accuracy. YokesPai putting everything he has into these streams right now, as you can see by his cursor shake, all of his willpower going into hitting these streams. And like I mentioned earlier, Denier's earlier miss is going to mean absolutely nothing, especially with this accuracy lead that he has right now. Combos virtually the same. Oh, but Denier finds a miss on the jumps, but YokesPai misses immediately after. And with quite a few misses on the streams here, YokesPai is certainly going to let this pick slip away from him, as much as he would love to grab a second point. Based on his cursor movements right now and the way that he's hitting these streams, YokesPai is certainly finding quite a bit more trouble on this map than Denier is with the more consistent streaming. You can see, you know, I mentioned this before on the last stream pick that we saw. Denier just looking infinitely more confident on these streams. YokesPai is certainly more confident on the aim right now. However, his ability to hit the streams is just not quite as high as Denier's. And there is another big stream section at the ending with some aim as well. Neither player should be having too much trouble with the aim section here at the ending, as both of them make it through it, full comboing that one section there. And DenierNezzar with a massive combo and score lead over YokesPai, as well as that accuracy. And DenierNezzar just powering through these end streams compared to YokesPai. Unfortunately, Yokes just not as strong as he needs to be on these streams to grab this from Denier. And Denier will destroy that pick with only 5 misses and 96% accuracy. A very good play from him. YokesPai putting up almost 200,000, even with just above barely 80% accuracy. But being on DenierNezzar's pick, that is definitely something that we could expect, especially from YokesPai's performance on the earlier stream picks. Denier proving to be the stronger player in terms of streams for this match here. So he is going to be grabbing his 3rd point of the match, bringing him back a little bit closer to YokesPai once again, only 1 pick behind. YokesPai gonna go for Nomad 6, Nadeshiko Color Heart. This is absolutely our alternating map in the pool. 3 minutes and 20 seconds of 145 BPM. This is something that YokesPai definitely is strong on. However, he needs to be careful because DenierNezzar is also fairly strong on this type of map. However, something that could give YokesPai the advantage here that most people wouldn't maybe take notice of is the fact that this is AR 9.3, which may give YokesPai that little advantage that he needs. DenierNezzar going to be finding the first break on these initial patterns here. It is a little bit early to decide, especially on this map being 3 minutes and 20 seconds. One of the longer picks that we've actually seen in this matchup here. Nothing that we've seen besides Hidden 1 has really come close to this in length. And DenierNezzar with another break is going to give a good advantage to YokesPai here. YokesPai continuing to hold up that combo even through these more awkward patterns here. That AR 9.3 proving to be a little bit more problematic for DenierNezzar. Seems to be why YokesPai is taking advantage of that right here. Almost halfway into the map now. You know, even being just above 3 minutes at 3 minutes and 20 seconds, you'd be surprised how fast it goes by when you're watching it. Obviously, playing it, this must crawl by for these players here, but when you're watching it, it certainly goes away from you being over halfway through the map now. YokesPai got a little bit of an accuracy lead here. However, DenierNezzar starting to build up a little bit of a combo here. Could prove to be a little bit scary for YokesPai here if he does end up finding a break towards the ending of this map. He's looked strong in the map so far, and he's just got to continue with what he's doing right now. Ooh, and YokesPai hitting that hard overlapping section as well. DenierNezzar finding one more break is unfortunately going to let this pick go away to YokesPai. Denier could have hoped for a break from YokesPai when he was holding combo, but YokesPai proving to just be so strong on these ending sections, continuing to hold combo even through all of those overlapping patterns there. DenierNezzar finding just one more miss at the ending is absolutely going to solidify it if it wasn't already. And YokesPai continuing to hold combo into the map end here. YokesPai going to be full comboing 2 maps in our finals losers bracket match here. That is his second full combo of the match. Aside from the AR8 Hidden of Hidden 2, YokesPai has just full comboed Nomad 6, the alternating map. That was a very, very cool play. And even on the accuracy with 97.48, that is absolutely ridiculous from him. One of the best plays that you will ever see on this map in a tournament match. There are barely any full combos on this map to begin with. I believe there's only 5 of them, and only one of them being with Hidden, with Azer from about 2 years ago. So not a map that is full comboed a lot. That is a very, very impressive play from him, and something that you are not going to see too often. And it looks like DenierNezzar is going to be going for Nomad 1. Ladies and gentlemen, Messen. A map that you are all too familiar with, I would assume. This is our Nomad 1 aim map. This is quite possibly the most aimy Nomad 1 we have had in the tournament thus far. We have definitely erred more on the side of picking a consistency map for a Nomad 1. And we went for basically pure aim this round. Even though Nomad 1 is technically meant to be an aim map primarily, it definitely errs more towards the side of consistency normally. But with Messen here, we have 3 minutes and 10 seconds of pure aim here. AR 9.8 aim. DenierNezzar putting up a very impressive double S at the beginning here. He's going to be putting up some strong stuff. Ooh, and DenierNezzar actually going to be finding a break after YokesPai's initial break. Yokes' break was a little bit earlier, but DenierNezzar proving to us that he's a little bit more confident on this in terms of the accuracy. However, YokesPai with just a slight combo lead now is going to be able to run away with this just a little bit with a slower section here. He is going to recover some of that score that he lost from that earlier break, but he's going to have to hold combo through one more of Denier's breaks if Denier breaks again in order to even attempt to grab this pick here. He's definitely having a little bit more trouble with the aim patterns than Denier is, but he has proven to us that he can combo thus far. And it looks like Denier is going to find the next break, actually. And he is holding combo through the large jump sections of this map here, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into the final sections of this match here. YokesPai finally finds a break with a quarter of the map left to go. This could get very close. Denier has enough time to bring it back. YokesPai needs Denier to break one more time if he wants to solidify this. Denier is quickly making up score. This is going to come down to the last couple seconds here. DenierNezzar needs to hit these ending jump sections if he wants to take this back against YokesPai here. He's going to bring the score lead, but he breaks right. YokesPai breaks immediately after. This is going to come down to whoever hits the ending. YokesPai found one more miss, which is going to give this over to Denier. DenierNezzar most certainly not going to miss at this ending section of the map here unless he is the most nervous that he has ever been in his entire tournament career. And YokesPai may have just barely let this slip through him with all those breaks after. And DenierNezzar just barely going to pick away Messen, even though it was his own pick, right down to the ending of the map here. 2 misses for DenierNezzar. Very, very impressive with only 10 100s as well. 99.05% accuracy. DenierNezzar picking up Messen at the end by the skin of his teeth. YokesPai with almost a 300 combo lead was proving to be a very, very big problem for Denier in the beginning of that map. However, YokesPai's misses right at the end there definitely left him with a little bit of room at the ending, and it looks like YokesPai is going to go for a double time 4 Jester. This is a very, very exciting map. If none of you have ever seen this, this is what I would put to be a tech DT, to say the least. At AR 10.3 and CS4, YokesPai quite surprisingly picking this out against Denier. I think he's going to save Nomad 3 for his closer, especially grabbing this early. I think the reading and precision of Nomad 3 is going to be something that he is going to save for later on. YokesPai says he's going to go for a little bit of the RNG pick here. I definitely believe he has one safe pick left after this in Nomad 3. And then after that, it's going to be difficult for him to try and find a point here to close this match out if he doesn't grab his pick right now. If YokesPai does grab this, I'd say he has a very good chance of being able to close this match out. With that earlier break point that Denier has not been able to grab back yet, Denier is going to attempt to do that right now on Jester. And YokesPai says he's going to go for RNG on this map right here, but that might be a little bit difficult for him as Denier has proved very confident on the DT picks thus far. And he's going to give YokesPai quite a bit of trouble on this, especially with the 10.3. Denier has been exceedingly confident on maps such as this. However, this is basically pure finger control and aim here, so this could come down to whoever just finds a couple of unfortunate breaks. It's not a long map with double time either, being only 2 minutes and 19 seconds, but neither player breaking yet. And Denier is going to be the first one to find that break. And we come into the burst streams here. YokesPai finally finds a break on the burst streams as expected with his performance in earlier streams, but I think YokesPai got exactly what he was hoping for, which is that earlier break from Denier. However, the accuracy lead for Denier proving to be very strong for him right now, but Denier breaking before this slow section here could give YokesPai that window of opportunity that he's looking for here. He does have a fairly decent combo lead, and this slow section here is only going to add to that. So even though his accuracy is substantially lower than Denier's here, he is going to have that combo lead to run with of about 150 on this slow section here. And YokesPai is going to come into the pause section of the map here. DenierNezzar only with a slider break. 28,000 score lead for DenierNezzar right now. Can YokesPai close out his pick? If YokesPai is able to grab this, he has a very, very good shot of forcing DenierNezzar out of tiebreaker position if Denier can't grab this break point right now. YokesPai needs to full combo the entire ending of this map if he wants an opportunity to win this against Denier. And DenierNezzar finds the first break, but YokesPai breaks immediately after. Ladies and gentlemen, that could be it. YokesPai does not have the combo, but he has the combo now. DenierNezzar breaks at the end of the map, but his accuracy is dropping slowly. YokesPai needs to full combo the ending of this map, and Denier breaks again. That could have been the opportunity that YokesPai needed. He needs to full combo the ending of this map. Oh my god, it's so close. Ladies and gentlemen, YokesPai may have just done it at the ending with DenierNezzar's last break, and YokesPai grabs the score lead at the very end of the map by 7.2 thousand on the score. And with DenierNezzar's final break, and YokesPai, mind you, I would like to point out right now, YokesPai with a 0 miss B rank. Ladies and gentlemen, YokesPai did not break on a miss once. Those were all slider breaks, and he has a B rank, ladies and gentlemen. YokesPai will be picking up the crucial map. And YokesPai with the 86.35% Loac FC. DenierNezzar is going to be going for double time 2 Huffery. Definitely a strong pick for DenierNezzar to continue this on, but mind you what I mentioned earlier, YokesPai grabbing that last point right there and Denier not grabbing a break point is going to be very, very bad for him in this matchup here, because not only does he need to win his pick right now, which I'm fully confident that Denier can win this pick, especially being on a DT. I think Denier saved the DT, which YokesPai is very clearly not as strong on. He did have DT2 and DT3 to pick from for this. He opted for DT2 with the finger control and the more awkward patterns, which is a little bit questionable, as I believe YokesPai has some opportunity to combo this map a little bit better than he would have on double time 3, but with YokesPai comboing and Denier finding an unfortunate break on that first buzz slider, this is gonna be, and as I say that, actually maybe not. I was gonna say this could have been a little bit of a mispick, but YokesPai finding a break immediately after and with an accuracy lead on the side of DenierNezzar. It is going to stay on that left side of the screen, but YokesPai winning that last pick is good for him, as YokesPai has saved Nomad 3, which is SHK Imagination, the AR8 CS 5.3 reading and precision Nomad, which I believe is going to be very good for him to have later on. But that is if Denier is able to make it there. Both players are finding breaks immediately after the other one. DenierNezzar is certainly not comboing this as well as he would have hoped to, but YokesPai has had a lot of opportunities to build up a decent combo lead here, and he does seem to break almost every time that happens. This is one of the first times YokesPai hasn't broken almost immediately after Denier did on a slow section here, at least. But YokesPai finding a little bit more comfortability on these jumps right now. He is going to be able to recover a little bit of score. YokesPai wants to keep this score as close as he possibly can. He knows Denier is finding breaks, at least maybe he does. There has not been a lot of pause sections, so not a lot of opportunity for either of these players to see what's happening on the other side of the screen. And I just hope that neither player has it in their heads that the either player has the victory definitively right now, because it's very close. But as YokesPai finds a break, with a quarter of the map left, and DenierNezzar with almost a 500 combo now. This is going to slip away from YokesPai fairly fast here. Ooh, but DenierNezzar finds that slider break, but he has a very, very good score lead here. He's got about 70,000, and with YokesPai finding a break at the end, even though Denier found one of those final breaks there, it's simply not going to be enough, and YokesPai not being able to combo that one section where DenierNezzar was able to hold him off, giving DenierNezzar his quite possibly final pick. Actually, that was, no matter what, DenierNezzar's final pick of that match there, and he did win it, which is exactly what he needed to do. But now he needs to take YokesPai's pick away from him. Ladies and gentlemen, YokesPai, I'm going to take a very, very safe guess and say it's going to be no mod 3. And there it is, as the chat pops up. I have been talking about it for quite a while now. I would have been very, very surprised if YokesPai didn't pick Imagination. This is 2 minutes and 4 seconds of AR8 CS 5.3. YokesPai, in all honesty, probably has to win this map if he wants a chance of winning this match. I think Algoides definitely goes in favor quite heavily of DenierNezzar. So YokesPai needs to hold Denier off of tiebreaker if he wants to win this match and advance to the grand finals position. Actually, I believe I even lied to you all. He has to beat the loser of the grand finals, or the winners final right now if he wants to advance to grand finals. But this is the opportunity right now for third place. So this is still a big match nonetheless. This is the third place deciding match. YokesPai was very strong on the earlier AR8 pick. However, YokesPai has not played AR8 since his first pick of the match here. So maybe falling a little bit out of touch with AR8, but we'll see what happens. DenierNezzar finding the first break on some of these patterns. The aim style of this map certainly is in favor of YokesPai. And DenierNezzar needs to hope that YokesPai finds some unfortunate breaks here. DenierNezzar, without a doubt, will be able to combo most sections of this map here, but we'll have a couple more unfortunate breaks than YokesPai, as YokesPai has that comfortability of the AR8, but that CS 5.3 certainly plays into Denier's suits as well. And only being barely behind on combo right now. Both players hitting these wiggle streams. YokesPai struggling a little bit more on the accuracy than we would have expected him to. That's probably that precision aspect of this map here. YokesPai definitely focusing more on the aim than he is on the reading and the AR right now, which is definitely a good thing to do. But halfway through the map right now, and DenierNezzar finding one more break, that could have given it away right there. Halfway through the map with YokesPai still holding. And ladies and gentlemen, DenierNezzar is going to run out of combo very, very quickly. And as this match is quite possibly going to come to a close here. YokesPai breaking on the sliders, just finding barely an under aim and finding some misses. However, he's about 200,000 scoring the lead right now. And I don't even think that DenierNezzar is going to have enough time to bring this back. Ladies and gentlemen, as we come into the final closing seconds of this map here, with YokesPai not missing further at the end, good game to both of these players here with a very, very impressive performance from both of them. Some crazy scores from DenierNezzar on the DT picks and the Hard Rocks, and YokesPai proving to be insanely confident in this map pool, pulling off 2 full combos, not 1, but 2 full combos in a finals match. Ladies and gentlemen, showing you just how confident he is on this type of pool. The next match that we are going to be having in this tournament today is going to be at 20 UTC. That is going to be with Fiery Rage versus Bartek. That is going to be a very, very exciting match. But YokesPai, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be advancing with a 7-5 lead over DenierNezzar, who has put up an insane performance, taking down players such as Exarch, and even taking down other fantastic players of the likes of I'm a Fancy Lad and Cappy, as well as IGN. So some fantastic players have been eliminated by DenierNezzar. However, YokesPai proving to be just a little bit stronger. So that is the finish of our losers bracket finals match today. Once again, we do have the actual finals match later today at 20 UTC. We do hope you will all be back to see that. That will once again be Bartek versus Fiery Rage. That will be a very exciting winners bracket match. Fiery Rage looking to continue his winners bracket run. Bartek was able to take out YokesPai 6-4 in his match, and Fiery Rage was able to take out DenierNezzar 6-2, so that's going to be a very, very close match here. Bartek beating the winner of this match here, but DenierNezzar coming in a close second, and Fiery Rage beating Denier by more than Bartek beat Yokes on the last pool, so that could be very close. But once again, we do hope you enjoyed watching the stream today. We do apologize for not being able to stream more of these matches for you all over the past couple of days, as some problems have arisen with other personal issues and such that we do hope to have cleared up for tomorrow's, or rather today's match later, and then next weekend's grand finals matches, which I hope will be very exciting as well. We thank you to everyone who stopped by in the match today. It has been very exciting. It has been my pleasure to commentate this match. I am your host, Chillier Pear, and I will see you all again at 20 UTC. So thank you very much, and you all enjoy the rest of your afternoons.